numbers of 100K to 18 million today. All right, let's go to the first presenting. Right, to you, Kerry.
Hi, I'm Rajagiri. I'm a factory manager for Hexa Foods Sdn Bhd. We are a spice and condiments manufacturers.
Hi, I'm Neil, the CEO of Hexa IoT Sdn Bhd.
Hexa Foods Sdn Bhd is a food manufacturing company, basically spices manufacturers, herbs and seasonings and condiments. During 2007, our turnover was few hundred thousands only. As like we have been struggling, we can't able to make the payments on time and things like that. With a lot of support from the supplier and the customers, in 2018-19, we managed to get about 18 million as a turnover. All this possible just because of digitalization, and then now we are moving towards IoT and ERP. This is what our entire journey is about.
Due to our business expansion and to cope with the international standards for the exporting markets, so we found that it's not easy to do the monitoring and control works for our whole production line. So after we do some studies, we found that Industry 4.0 is the one, is technologies to help us to reduce the wastage, yeah, and also all the damages. IoT is the one that we can start off. By participating in the MITI readiness assessment process, yeah, we benefit from the audits and the consultation provided by the government agencies. Okay, so throughout the process, they audit us in 3 shift factors like the people, process, and technologies. This enables us to understand more on our own production flow, okay, and also the problem statement facing. And then they also advise us based on all this, so we know that which one is the one that we need to upgrade by this moment. And then to achieve this, it might take a few years because technology is not cheap. But with the funding from government to assist us, it's easier to achieve for us by this moment.
Sebelum ni agak sukar bagi kami setengah proses seperti penimbangan. Sebelum ni kami terpaksa menimbang setiap drum daripada production ke penimbangan area. So kami terpaksa menolak drum tersebut. So kami memerlukan banyak tenaga terutamanya bagi operator. Tapi dengan bantuan Industrial Forward sekarang dengan bantuan Waros, kami boleh menimbang setiap drum directly di production area, so tidak perlu ke weighing area lagi. So dengan hanya sekali tagging, segala data yang kami dapat seperti person in charge, produk yang dijalankan ataupun berat barang tersebut akan disimpan di dalam cloud yang tersedia ada.
MITI's Industry Forward is super important for all the SME companies. The reason behind is you have to update in current market trend, otherwise your competitor will outbeat you on any ways. During the pandemic, to increase our export sales by 20%. The reason behind is very transparent data. During the time, we also exactly in the transforming our data from physically to a cloud and Dropbox and things like that. So what has happened is our data become more transparent. It's widely, so everyone can look into it. Particularly for food industry, we have to follow a lot of FDA's regulations. So for that, the food safety standards are more important. Then all the data are enhanced to get those orders for us.
Don't be scared away by expensive technologies, because technology can be very expensive, but learning technology are free. Okay, so please try to approach different government agencies to learn about your existing stage. Okay, the readiness assessment, yeah, to understand your own problem statements. Then also to try to collaborate with different vendors in technologies to learn what are the available technology in the market that really suitable for you to start with.
All right. Wow, that's really spiced up our life here in 2021, right? Nice to see the video from Hexa, from MITI as well, right? So next presenter will be James Lai. James is the Jitech Southeast Asia Sdn Bhd MD. It's a test and measurement company. And also James is our Malaysia IoT Association chairman. What he'll be showing you today is on a prognostic health management, where this will be on a predicting machine failure. All right. Let's go to you, James. Harry, to you. Huh? I thought James give you already. No. Okay, next. Don't mind. Okay, let's move to the next one, Kensun. Right? All right. So Mr. Chua Kensun is the speaker from Lenovo, the number one PC maker in the world now. So let's hear from Mr. Chua on how Lenovo on his solution on assembling the building block of smart manufacturing. Right? Good to you, Kensun.
Hello everyone, my name is Kian Sun from Lenovo OEM team. Thank you for the opportunity for me to share with you on how we typically assemble the various building blocks in order to achieve the new notions on a smart manufacturing platform. So over the course of the next few slides, I wanted to give you a snapshot on what are the things to look out for, watch out for, and the pitfalls, so that you could actually take on this exercise effortlessly and achieve the maximum outcome. When we talk about smart manufacturing of tomorrow, it is way, way beyond automations. There are 5 key attributes that I will be focusing on. 1. Connectivity. 2. Proactiveness. 3. Optimization. 4. Agility. And 5. Metrics driven. Over the course of the new webinar, I will elaborate one by one so that you could have the best view of each metrics to allow you to plan for your industrial automation clearly, effectively, and efficiently. There's so much discussion about smart manufacturing today, but seriously, why now? Now is because there are many underground forces at work. Number 1, rapid technology capability enhancement. 2, increased supply chain complexity and global fragmentation of production and demand. And 3, growing competitive and constraining pressure from unexpected sources. 4, digital transformation leading to realignment of IT and OT. And last but not least, talent management, which is the core to any business. To do a smart manufacturing well, it is never a single vendor's effort. We need to harness the ecosystem to ensure the final outcome is optimum. Lenovo, through its OEM ecosystem and partners, has done that and would like to take this opportunity to share with you how we do it and how we intend to help you. We look forward to hearing from you, joining our webinar soon. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.
Hey, thanks, Mr. Chua. All right. So, like before Mr. Chua just now, we introduced Mr. James. So let's go to Mr. James, right?
Hello, my name is James Lai, and I'm here to cover one of the more popular applications of smart manufacturing, which is predictive maintenance or prognostic health monitoring. Today, in most traditional condition monitoring applications, it's very reactive, right? When something goes wrong with a particular machine or process, then you only start to react and service and maintain the machine. You could employ a strategy where you can shut down the machine or shut down the manufacturing line, either weekly or monthly, right, to maintain it and find problems with the machine before it happens. However, this is not a very cost-effective solution, as you need to shut down frequently your process, you have added maintenance costs. A much more structured way is doing predictive maintenance, meaning before a particular failure happens, right? You do maintenance to rectify the failure. You could have different sensors connected over IoT to monitor those type of failures, be it heat, audible noise, or even vibration. Well, condition monitoring or machine condition monitoring itself is a very large application area. You can use it to predict failures to your machine before it happens, reduce schedule time downtime, and ultimately improve the quality of your processes, right, itself. The financial cost of such failures can be humongous, right, costing millions of dollars. However, it also can cause reputation loss to your company or the products that you are manufacturing. Here we are showing case one of the end-to-end applications that combines tightly integrated hardware and software called Run, which predict failures that you find in ball bearings, right? It involves the application of physics and domain knowledge, right, to acquire and digitize the signal, right, extract features from these signals using AI to do things like classification. And this process could be fully autonomous, meaning the data extraction, feature extraction, and the machine learning itself is fully autonomous. The result is you could actually perform diagnostic to find out what is causing the failure, and also prognostic when the failure will happen and bring total shutdown of your machine or failure of your machine before it happens. Again, this is a very tightly integrated application. It's showing a main dashboard. Within the dashboard, you are able to predict, right, and look at things like when is the reliable useful life of this particular machine and which part that is have the imminent failure. In most cases, you could also have a very distributed application where everything is networked over IoT devices connected to actual sensors. The data is being sent to the cloud, and then we will have the One app running on the cloud that will perform the machine learning and prediction. And the result can be published over to your IT department, your dashboard, tablets, and also smartphones. In terms of the software package, you could look at specific assets that you want to monitor, be it ball bearing, motors, pumps, valves, transformers, right? Or a total solution like the one I just showed you, combine it with our intelligent IoT edges, and the application itself can run on-premise or off-premise onto our cloud services. Other than monitoring failures with bearings, which occurs in most of machines that you could find out there, be it a pump, a motor, and so forth, you could also determine failure and predict failure on large assets. For example, a gas turbine, a steam or gas turbine. It is shown from research that 74% of turbine failures comes from the equipment fault itself. This is showing end-to-end applications called One turbine that enables you to perform prediction and also analysis on failures of engine turbine. In a nutshell, what we are presenting here is an industrial AI solution that combines the physics domain knowledge of the analysis of the mechanical system along with machine learning, learning from the features and applying different type of artificial intelligence algorithm to predict or perform prognostic on the application or the product itself. In a nutshell, using IoT, combining it with AI, sensors, right, you are able to come out with a solution that not only saves you time, money, okay, and also enables you to streamline your process that enables you to control and monitor all your assets and perform maintenance as and when it is needed. In a nutshell, we predict things to come. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, James. It's a great information that we got to know that we can know all these bearings and the turbine on how to predict all these maintenance. So it will be a good things to study if those that really have a lot of motors in their industrial area, right? So I think okay. Next, I will go to our Mr. Spice. All right, Jinu, all right, from Hexa IoT. So let's go to his presentation on for today.
This video is all about the best IoT solutions for SMEs. People most commonly ask, what is IoT? How IoT works? How IoT helps manufacturing? Is IoT expensive? Is IoT suitable to implement by SMEs? There are many very good software around, but those are too pricey for SMEs. Most of them need engineers to work with, to programming by engineers, UI for engineers. Those technology available in markets mostly are underutilizing wireless and cloud technology. Wireless are important as most SME setups different compared with the enterprise level. We need the flexibility on SME setups. Some might be facing issue with the real-time data logging retrieval. To perform that, we need VPN or need to go through the third-party software to reach the local server or controller to view the data or to log the parts that need to download to edge computer, then manually send out and upload to cloud. We attempt to solve the problem. We study on the different available software and technology on trend. We work with the international tech player to R&D for the best SME-friendly system. As the result, we come up with our homebrew software platform, the Pandora, with more user-friendly UI, more affordable pricing, utilizing with up-to-date technology like wireless, 5G, cloud, and AI. What's so good about Pandora? We come with the user-friendly UI, suitable even for operator level. Flexible setup with wireless technology, lower cost and flexible infrastructure, and don't need to pull all the cable flying around, can easily change production layout on demand. By this, it can work with different type of protocol as long as available devices are able to connect to network with API ready. By connecting all devices to single platform on cloud, it enables us to easily monitor our business real-time at fingertips, as whenever and wherever we are, as long as we got internet connectivity with either smartphone or laptop. Any data go beyond preset parameters will trigger system to send us alert right to our mobile phone. Pandora also allows user to set production process logic in the system, enable system to communicate with machine and make machine smarter. By automate machine flow based on sensors data captured, without needed the hassle to reprogram PLCs for every single changes on production's capacities. All data will be logged automatically and can be easily downloaded just by a few clicks. Reach us as our website hexaiot.com.my or our Facebook Hexa IoT. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to catch up with all the upcoming cool IoT informations. Drop a comment below with your email. If you have any questions, we will get back to you via email. Thanks.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Jinu from Hexa IoT. We do have some question here from the audience for you, which is there's two questions here. So number one is what are some key advice for manufacturers approach on IR 4.0?
Okay.
Jinu?
Thanks. Basically, my personal point of view is like a lot of us might be scared away with technology innovations, yeah, because our perceptions of the technology is always expensive. But remember this, technology could be very expensive, but learning technology are actually free. All right. So when we talk about the perceptions of technology are expensive, because most of the time when we look at those advertisement or those demo or use case from our vendors, basically those are the ultimate goals. it looks very, very high end chunky, you see. So with those kind of price range would be very scary for most of the SMEs. But as I mentioned just now, learning technology are free. We can just always go to those like government agencies like MIDA, MITI, MPCs. Yeah, we can join those like Industrial Forward, readiness assessment. So by doing that, we can understand our very own stage. Yeah, our existing stage. What are the things that we are lacking of? What are the things that we can start with to do some proof of concept? So yeah, right. Because we always can start small to go big. Yeah. So by understanding our own stage, then we also can looking for a lot of like different technology partners. Yeah, because we got a lot of partners in especially like my OTA, we got a lot of vendors members here. So always reach us. Yeah, come to us. So we can share a lot of technology trend in the markets that might be suitable for you. We always can also advise to you what are the things that suitable that you can start with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, well, the second question is, do we need to change our existing machine to IoT ready machine to achieve the to achieve the so-called mentioned this IoT data logging on the manufacturing process?
No. Basically, a lot of people have the wrong perceptions also. To achieve those IoT or industrial forward, we need to change. We have to spend a lot. We have to invest huge amount of money. Yeah, to change all the facilities in our factory. Basically, are not because as I mentioned in the first question just now, we can always start small. So we can start with those like sensors retrofitting, or even if your existing machine already got PLC, so we can always work with existing PLCs to make it network ready. So from there, we can start to collect data. All right. So whatever I showed in my presentation just now, basically those are the data collections. Then we interpret the data into some chart or some page so that we can understand with our existing problem or the pattern or with our production process. So we can always start with something simple without investing too much to change all the facilities. We just need to retrofit our machines. Yeah.
All right. So, Padma, you have any to add on? Padma, expert here in building sensor.
Yeah, typically that the question that I had one question from the WhatsApp, which is one of our club member posted directly. He didn't choose to post in public forum. I don't know why. The question is basically asking is the onboarding process, and during the onboarding process, the downtime the client have to face through. For example, we are running in a post-pandemic period, and then you want to retrofit 2, 3, 4 machines on the production line. How long the downtime have to be, and what kind of effects it's going to cost the client during the process of onboarding and also process of fine-tuning. Maybe Mr. New can explain based on your experience doing in Hexa.
All right. There's a very good questions, but I don't have any fixed answer for that, the downtime and the cost, because we haven't access to the machine yet. Yeah, but based on my experience, some of the process we might not be affecting the process. Means the production can still go on. Yeah, so we can study on the production flow, the logic. Then we can start retrofitting sensors. We add on sensors. So by the process of adding on sensors, basically the production can still go on. So once we very firm on the logic, the algorithm, then only we have to turn on the machine for a short while to install, because those like electricity works, right? So electrical works. So I think they would just take a few hours for the downtime, because for the analysis and the study, basically we can just do when the production is still go on. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Good.
Right. So
Steven, I got just one more question, Tim.
well, okay. Go ahead.
So new, how the effects of the retrofitting the machines or adding the machines with sensors or interfacing the machine PLC with our Modbus reader, whatever, affects the machine warranty and the machine manufacturer's support on the machine. You know, like these are some of them are customers having expensive machines, and the supplier of the machine does not prefer third party to touch the machine. So how you face this kind of challenges, and what is the resolution was proposed on?
Oh, that's a very good question, basically. Okay, thanks for this. For the warranty void, basically how we do the retrofitting is we try to avoid touching any mechanism of the machine itself. Yeah, we just book on the sensors, we add on top of it. For example, for instance, one like to have a counter, you have to have a counter on the conveyor belt. Yep. So we just put those sensors, like absent present sensors, some very simple optical sensors. So we just plug on top of the machine without modifying the machine. Yeah. So from there, from the sensors, we add on one IP controller that is the network ready one. So we can collect the data through network, because Internet of Things are already network. So for the PLC one, basically most of the PLCs with the Modbus one, they can have network as well, at least with the local network. So we just need to tap into the network itself, because the software, the Pandora that I showed this, I present this now, basically we can go to a local network as long as the controller provides us the IP, yeah, the IP address. So we can collect the data, we can log the data from the Modbus protocol itself. Yeah, so this one is without changing any setup of the machine.
All right.
Thank you.
Fama, any other questions further for Jimmy?
No, that's all for now.
Or you want to learn how to do spice, right?
Not yet. I'd like to eat spice.
Me too.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Jimmy,
Mr.
for
New.
really good insight of because you have the experience in this doing their spices using the automated way, right? So next speaker, I would like to invite Mr. Brian Bong, the CEO of Smart Ops, for presenting automating vital sign taking in hospital wards. All right. So good to you, Mr. Brian.
Hi, my name is Brian. I'm the CEO of Smart Ops PLT. In the hospital wards, taking vital signs of the patients during the nursing rounds can be a very time-consuming manual process and subject to medical error. To solve that problem, Smart Ops has developed a solution called Smart VSM that supports the general workflow by automating routine vital sign taking. Smart VSM also uses tailored EWS or early warning system protocols to assist care providers to detect early signs of patient deteriorations to help reducing ICU transfers and readmissions, adverse events, and length of stay. The Smart BSM solution automatically acquires vital signs, calculates an early warning score, displays at the central station dashboard, and alerts the care team to intervene quickly. The improved workflow helps to reduce workload, minimize infection, and reduce medical errors in vital sign taking. Next, I'll be doing a demo to show you how the entire process works, from scanning patient ID to taking the vitals of the patients and sending data to the dashboards for the nursing team to monitor. Let's start by looking at the Smart VSM dashboard, which is color-coded to give you a quick overview of all your patients' conditions in the ward. You can also look at each patient's vital sign details and trends. Next, I'm going to change the display of the dashboards for the purpose of this demo. This is the VTrust CD2300 vital sign monitor we're going to use for this demo. It is a 5-in-1 vital sign monitor, including ECG, SpO2, blood pressure, thermometer, and blood glucose. Okay. First, we will start by registering patients in the monitor using a barcode. Then enter the respiratory rate of 8. Save it. And back to the main screen. Then I'll be taking my own SpO2 reading and temperature, so there will be more things to show you in the dashboard in a while. Okay. Typically, the monitors will upload the data automatically every 5 minutes. For this demo, I'm just going to go ahead to upload it manually. Now here is the dashboard. You will see the data coming in. Okay. that little cute animations. Notice the EWS of 3, the red in red color and blinking, is telling the nursing staff that the patients need immediate attention. The gray boxes besides it also tells you that the number 3 is coming from which parameter. In this case, it will be the respiratory rate, which is absolutely too low. Okay, that's all the demo that I have, and I hope to get a good understanding of our vital sign monitoring solutions. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me, Brian Bong at smartops.com. You can also find me in LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Brian Wong, for this one. I think with this solution of it, it will really list a lot of our frontliner, especially during this COVID-19 time. Right. So there are some questions from the floor to you, which is, are there any local installation site for this solution?
Yes, we have currently 2 installation sites. Both are assisted care centers. So in the centers, we track the vital signs of their residents and then transfer it to the dashboard so the nursing teams can monitor it. And then forward in the next couple of weeks, we are implementing the cloud solution so the doctors at home, nurses at home also can monitor their residents in case of any emergency. Yeah, we've got 2 sites now. Hopefully this coming year will be more.
Yeah, please do more as well to the please propose this to the hospital to lessen the burden. Yeah? Right.
Exactly.
So another question that we brought up is can the solution work with other patient monitoring beside We Trust Vital Sign Monitor?
Yes, at the moment we are using the VTrust monitor which we import from Taiwan. And we are open to work with the market leading brands like Philips or Mindray and others, more commonly used brands in Malaysia. We're open to that. As long as the vendors are open to work with us, we're good with that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Any other question from the panelists? Sama, any question for Brian?
Yes. This will be kind of an interesting solution because interfacing to third-party equipments which are highly proprietary controlled. So how do you feel to overcome this major stumbling block? A company like Philips, I'm not sure whether they will be forthcoming to open up the protocols or to talk to their equipments. Or is there any standard protocols that you can access upon?
Yeah, depends on which vendor you talk to. Let's say, for example, Mindray from China, which is a very established brand in Malaysia now, they actually have HL7 standards protocols, which they even publish it in their website. They tell you exactly how to connect. As long as, you probably have to buy some license from theirs or whatever. As long as they're open to you, the protocols are there. Philips-wise, they can, because I know that there's one software vendor from New Zealand actually connect to their monitors. You can, but there's obviously a cost involved in the licensing part. They're open to that as well.
Okay.
Philips, yes, yeah.
Agreed. The other question is, these are vitals collected from the equipment which will be posted on the cloud for doctors to access and everything. So I'm sure that all kind of security precautions have to be taken to protect the patient's data and so forth. Can you elaborate what kind of resolution on this?
Okay. What we have done is that all the vital sign data will be encrypted. Instead of most people would encrypt the database as a whole, we encrypt at the field level. Okay, and eventually also what we're going at is using IOTA blockchain to create a digital identity so that we do not maintain patient name as much as possible on the cloud. Okay, Even now, even currently, we have not implemented that yet. We are separating the patient data with vital sign data, and the demographic, let's say patient names and organizations and all those things is all separated. As much as possible, we would not put the patient name in there, and there's no identifier that can identify the patients. Meaning that, let's say, for example, I would put the patient medical record number on the cloud, but there's no patient name. Only the doctors and all the organization would know that this patient belongs to who, this number belongs to who. Of course, you can hack it, then you would have to go to the hospital level to match that medical record number. So it's a little bit of, difficulties there.
Yeah. So this data collection from the device, is it through the client's HI system or direct from the device to your platform? Bypassing the client's...
Direct from the device, through the Wi-Fi. So if the device, as long as they have a network capability, either using a cable or Wi-Fi, and then they allow us to connect, they open the API to us, then yes, we can connect direct from the device. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you will be able to post the data back to the client HIS system?
Yes. Yeah. If they wish to connect to their HOD medical records. Yeah. Actually, one hospital we're talking to is already looking at that already. So they pull it, and then the data will be going to the HIS systems. So the nurses do not have to re-enter everywhere. So there's only one way for the nurse to look at it, which is the HIS side. They don't have to worry about, on others, paper or whatever else. Yeah.
They don't have to look at multiple platforms. Great.
Correct.
Thanks, Steven. That's all I have for now.
Hey, thanks, Brian.
Thanks for question.
To really to help us to really get more info on how this can help in the medical world, right? Especially in this pandemic, where I think you are really helping a lot of nurses to lessen down their works here. Right. So next, I'll move on to Mr. Lee. Okay, Mr. Lee have a very unique kind of expertise where he can talk to machine, right? So he knows how to use data of how the machine can talk to, right? So without further ado, so I will introduce Mr. Lee pass on to Mr. Lee on his topic of non-intrusive data extraction in smart manufacturing. Go to you, Mr. Lee.
You mean the printing industry?
Printing industry, yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the printing industry are pretty much automated, most of them. I think there are so many type of parameter that probably these printers so they would like to know. I think especially those okay, predictive maintenance is one of them is very critical, whereby you know they don't want to have those kind of what kind of downtime, too long of downtime. And then the other one I think will be more in the efficiency of the whole machine. This part, I think most of our members, also we have that kind of solutions where you can tap onto all of those kind of data, especially like cycle time, how the counting of things like that. These are the things. Maybe in order to know, get to know more, this part need to do some site survey or have a more input from there. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I think if Mr. Ma, you need to have more information on this one, please do contact our association or maybe to Mr. Lee from ASEAN Tech. And next question is what kind of industry other than maybe just now we mentioned printing and so on, right? What kind of industry require this non-intrusive data extraction?
Okay, I hope it's not so boring about this video just now that we just played. Talking about the industry, in fact, this particularly on this non-intrusive data acquisition, you can see from my presentation just now, practically we are tapping the video directly from the machines. Those machines which is running mainly PC based, computer based. These are particularly good for those people who are in the what they call still running DOS OS, the old legacy kind of operating
The
system.
legacy computer.
Yeah, these are the place. In fact, this non-intrusive data extraction solution, we were invited to publish that in one of the IoT summit in Penang. So this part, especially on the semiconductor, there are plenty of semiconductor machines which require this kind of interfacing. Because practically you see when you want to touch those machines that you need to, although your equipment may be very cheap, you have some special gadget to interface to that, but then the effort of touching the machine, you have to shut down the machines, things like that. This is a very big challenge, especially for the manufacturer. Yeah. So I would say on the industry side, semiconductor will be one of the key people who need this. And then the other part is those PC-based driven kind of machine will be suitable.
All right.
Yeah,
I think just now, all right, there's a good semiconductor and some legacy places, right? So question number 2 is if I have a different type of machine in my production floor with different PLC running it, how can you handle the type of situation? PLC.
Yeah. In fact, this is a very common question or common problem that a lot of machine make. This what you call the manufacturing floor is facing. They have different type, sometimes old machines, and then those people. I think I visited some of them with our SI partners. They are running on some of the PLC which is directly imported from overseas. So for this part, in order to tap onto certain signal from the machine is even harder. Okay, so we have one of the plug-in that able to install into our edge gateway, which is a very tiny edge gateway that allows you to talk to many kind of protocol. I think I was talking about that in my slide just now. Whether you are running Schneider, Siemens, Omron, Mitsubishi, all kind of Japanese PLC, especially those are quite proprietary, are all mainly supported. So in that case, you are able to easily integrate those data onto the what you call into your this gateway solution or even to the cloud. That is one of our edge gateways solution. Of course, this is nothing to do with the non-intrusive data extraction. And then this is part of one of the other part of solutions. Yeah.
All right, to you, Pama. Soma, unmute this.
Lost the button. Where's it? Okay. Mr. Lee, earlier just now when you were explaining on the deployment process, you said you work with system integrators. So that means Exontech will be providing the solutions, and then members and customers, if they have their preferred system integrators, can work with Exontech to deliver. So there's no kind of monopolization in this particular ecosystem.
Yes,
right
yes.
to that?
Yeah.
Maybe you want to elaborate detail how your delivery model works.
Yes, these are the main things that we are doing.
Okay. The other question that I have on the table is that you did mention that in interfacing to this older machines using this box where it taps the OCR data and then produce the output. Will this be very costly? That was one of the questions. Sounds expensive? How you can margin the cost of this?
Yeah, this is a very challenging question that you are asking, Padma. So everywhere we are talking about cost. Believe me, most of the thing right now, in fact, Intel is working very hard in this direction, whereby to have a more embedded, low cost kind of devices, So with that non-intrusive one, I think it is still very affordable, because the only customization that what they did in the platform is to include some of the video capture capabilities, and then there are some software part that they built in. So with that, it's a kind of configuration. Of course, previously that is not cheap to implement that. I think things has been becoming more, competitive, affordable, things like that.
So again, I do agree with you, because as technology evolves and more capabilities can be delivered with the higher processing powers that we have in our age, the price is supposed to be competitive. Again, the price has to be balanced with the value, the data that we're going to collect. So that is the only customer can tell how much value data they have. So
yes, that's right.
Steven, I'm good with the questions. You can
All
take
right.
over.
So with that, all right, thanks, Mr. Lee, for your introduction on this data things. All right. So I think IoT is all about how to data communicate with all the devices and so on, right? So with this, I think we will end the session for today's session. So we will be moving on for maybe the next time webinar when we have more collaborative information on things that the audience would like to hear. So on this one, first I will be thanks SG Education Group today for hosting this, coordinating this webinar for us, and also we would like to welcome all the questions to the my IOTA to my IOTA to have more sharing on IoT. What kind of IoT things that are in your mind that you would like to listen more from us? So we will do that in the coming webinar for you. And this IoT is a collaborations, and your idea will be some game changer for the world, right? So there's no such thing as is my idea doable or not kind of thing. Just voice out your idea and what you will be the benefiting of the these values of this IoT that for you along. I mean, in your daily life now, it's all actually you are stick on with IoT. Just that maybe sometimes you didn't realize it, right? So again, happy 2021. All right, we will see you again in maybe in a couple of weeks time or a month time. Do post us those questions or those things that you would like to hear from the association, right? So I'll see you all again. Thank you. Thank you all the panelists here as well. Right. Thank you to the all speakers and also all the. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Stay
New Year.
safe. Bye.
See you soon.